morning, depending on where you are watching us from. I'm greeting you. I hope you are all doing fine. I hope everything is okay with you. Even if there's a challenge, we are hoping that the Mother of the Universe will see us through and give us the strength to overcome it. Thank you very much for the wonderful job you've been doing for my page. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the wonderful job you've been doing for my page. I think the sharing of the videos, continue to do it. You are really doing a wonderful job. Continue to share the videos, comment, suggest. Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful. And also, I don't do this often actually. And also try to check our YouTube channel. It is there. Like we have the YouTube channel is there, the same name that is on the YouTube channel. You go there and then you still see the videos there. But the thing is that most of the videos that are over there right now are videos that you've seen them on Facebook, so no problem. But sooner or later, we're going to be dividing the videos into two. Like some of the videos you can only watch them on YouTube, and some of them you watch half of them on Facebook, and you watch half of them on YouTube. So you need to subscribe. I have a lot for you. Thank you very much. Religious teachings continue. Bring it. This one is not about the religion. It's not about the expose or the flipping the other side of Islamic religion. That one will hit your screen shortly. This is a sensitive one. Actually, this is a sensitive one. And again, there's the gateway to spirituality. We've taken it upon ourselves that we want to do a complete, or at least we want to do 45% of dream discussion. So that is why we've halted. That is why the video about the gateway to spirituality has been halted. It has been halted because we were planning to discuss some of the topics. And then we understand, we got to know that when we did the other one, the reactions were so fantastic. It was good. It was positive. So we decided to give, and people also gave us the feedback. A lot of people spoken with us and they were like, it is a nice one. So we were happy that we think we should make at least, give the lectures of the dream one for at least 45% of it. So that one is also going to be hitting your screen shortly. Thank you very much. We are grateful for your wonderful support. Without you, we are nothing. You know, we both of us are like the two-sided coin. Yes, so I'm grateful. Thank you very much. Today, I want to discuss a sensitive topic with you. Like, it's a sensitive topic actually, and actually, especially discussing it this time around makes it more sensitive. Yes, it makes it more sensitive. Now, the topic is about the Israeli-Palestinian misunderstanding, Israeli-Palestinian fight, Israeli-Palestinian war. This war has been there for a long time. It is the only war that has been divided people in everywhere into two. Yes, it has divided people everywhere into two. People in Africa, people in Europe, people in Asia, everywhere. Israeli-Palestinian war has divided them into two. And it is a war that looks like it's not going to end sooner or later. It's some kind of like that. It's like that war is not ending sooner or later. So we decided to make some checks, to do some background checks, to do some research, and to come out with some things. You know how we do it. If you want to hear realities of things, it is this page that you need to stick to. It is a war that seems like it's not going to end any day, or it's not going to end anytime soon. So we've taken our time. As I was saying, as I said, if you want to know, to understand reality of things, this is the page you like to follow, because we try to say things as it is. We don't say the things because we want it to favor us. We don't have anybody. We don't belong to anybody, and nobody belongs to us. And if we belong to anybody, then we belong to all, and all belongs to us. That is what we are. That is what this page is. We don't favor anybody. We are saying it as it is. So we want to tell you something about this war. It is interesting. Now, what is making this war so interesting is the religious background. It is the religious background. Do you know that it is enough for someone to take, for a Muslim to frown and scorn another Muslim just because that Muslim does not support Palestinians? Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know some Muslims are lambasting other Muslims just because those Muslims are not supporting Palestinians? And do you know that some Christians are having some bitterness within them towards Palestinians, and as a result of that towards some Arabs, and as a result of that towards some black Muslims as well? This is it. So because of this, the war, because of the religious background of the war, the Christianity and Islamic background of the war has involved so many people, if not the whole world. The world has involved so many people, if not the whole world, and it is funny. And it is because of these two religions, Islam and Christianity. That is why this war seems to be what it is right now. That is why people decide for people, or people think other people are not good Christians or other people are not good Muslims because they don't support Palestine or they don't support Israel. So you have anti-Palestine. If you joke, if the little mistake you do, you say something right now, Muslims will tag you as anti-Palestine. That means you are not supporting Palestinians. The little mistake you do and say something right now that goes against Israel, some Christians will label you that you are anti-Israel. Like, it's funny. Now, we are here suffering from our own problems. We are here suffering from our own problems. Do you see how Dumsor is punishing us? Do you see how the Lighthouse is really punishing us? You see, nobody is talking about it. Nobody is saying anything. But people are busy talking about, like, Israeli-Palestinian war. But we are here having our own troubles. We are having our own problems. Nobody is saying anything. This is the problem. And it is because of the religion. We see that we are putting the religion ahead of development. You see, and these people that are ruling us, that are giving us Dumsor, these people that are in parliament and all that, these government politicians that are making our life hell, they are making Ghana hell for us, belongs to one of these two religions. If they don't go to church on Sundays, they go to mosque on Fridays. These are the people making life hell for us. If they don't have malams and ustazis and sheikhs, they have pastors, priests, and prophets. These two religions. So this is the problem. Another reason why, as a Ghanaian, you would like to discuss and know certain things about this war, Israeli-Palestinian war, is that, you see, the war is now taking the level of international conflict. Now, international conflict is very dangerous and problematic. What makes international conflict problematic and dangerous is the name itself, international conflict. Because international conflict involves everybody, whether you like it or not. International conflict involves everybody. It involves the major players in it, and then involves the other people indirectly. So it involves directly the major players in it, and then it involves the other people, the people who are not key players in it indirectly. So it's getting to the level of international war. So you see, a war happened between Russia and Ukraine, and we were told that we went through economical crisis because of that one. How much more this war that got something to do with the religion of our people that are ruling us, our politicians that are ruling us. The politicians that are ruling us, if they are Muslims, they sympathize with Palestinians. If not all of them, most of them. If they are Christians, they might be sympathizing with Israel because most of them go to Israel as a pilgrimage. You see, so if Ukraine and Russia don't have much to do with us and their war has brought economic crisis as we were told, how much more the war of a country that has something to do with the religion that these politicians are practicing. So you see, this is the reason why this war needs to be checked properly and then look at it from a different angle. Now, I've taken my time to watch this thing carefully, pay attention, because we've been hearing news, we've been reading so many things. We've been default listening to these things for a long time, because if not for anything, the Islamic school I went to do my diploma course is very Palestinian oriented. We have so many songs that we sing in the cheering and praising of Palestine and even the Palestinian soldiers. Those days where we were in that school. I don't want to call the name. It is an Egyptian diploma school that we went to do it's under the supervision. At that time, it was under the supervision of Azhar University. So that is why I went to do my 2 years diploma in teaching and imamship and dawah, like Islamic preaching. Islamic preaching, you know, it is called Mad Idad al-Muallimina wa Duat. So when we were there, the authorities of this school are Palestinian oriented. So there's no news, there is no single news that or something that will happen in Palestine or something that will happen between Israelis and Palestinians without them telling us. We watch the news, we read newspapers and all that. It is since that time that I start to recheck certain things about these two people. Now, the war has gotten to the level where Iran has gotten itself involved. Now, as a reaction, actually, there's an action the Israelites have taken, and then that action has triggered the reaction of Iran. And I saw so many posts here. People were jubilating, people were celebrating, especially Muslims. They were celebrating and they were jubilating. You see, you don't need to jubilate. I personally am hoping that Mother of Universe will tame and slow this conflict. Mother of Universe, we are praying, we are hoping that Mother of Universe, the Supreme Being, the Most High, will intervene and suppress this conflict. That is me, my wish, because I don't have a hero among the two. They are foreigners. They got nothing to do with me. I am African, a native of Akebula. I got nothing to do with these red noses people. I don't care. I don't give a damn. But the problem is, humanity is humanity. The innocent people are the people dying. When the Iranis launched their rockets and their missiles, they didn't launch it in the presidential house. You see? So innocent. For the sake of innocent, we are hoping and wishing that Mother of Universe will just intervene to stop this thing. Now, having said that, I've been asking this question. What exactly is the problem with the Jews that almost everybody is having problem with them? This question has been bothering me for a long time. That question way, my bisa me one bisa. A day poti ena Jew fuaye ase ewiase afanan nyina ufa ewiase nyina boma ase 70% of nkrofo ewo wiase no enhye da mpe omho asem enhye da mpe Jew fuasem. What is it? What is the problem? This question has been bothering me. What is the problem? What exactly is happening? What has the Jews done for people What has the Jewish race done for people that it's like the enmity directed to the Jews is some kind of rampant? I stand to be corrected, but it seems like this is how I see it. No, it's not how I see it. This is how I've come to understand it, because I've made a research. I've read a lot, I've seen a lot about these people and the conflict and the confusion that they have been going through and the challenges and the difficulties that these people have gone through. I mean, the Jewish race. Today is not the day of talking about it, but I'm here to say something. I want to draw your attention to something that is very important. I was doing my research as usual. I don't sleep, I read everything, trying to check their background. And I came across something. What was that? I came across a treatise Martin Luther wrote. In fact, monstrous and bitterness treatise Martin Luther wrote about the Jewish race. And I was surprised. And this treatise was written 3 years before the death of Martin Luther. Everybody knows who Martin Luther is. A Christian reformist. He was part of the reformers of Christian faith. 3 years before the death of this reformer, he wrote a treatise about the Jewish race. Now, I read the treatise and I went back to check what made him to write such a thing. And I realized something. For over 1,000 years, the European Christians are debating how to treat the Jews living among them. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? For over 1,000 years, European Christians were debating themselves how to treat Jewish race, Jews that are living among them. And I was like, this is serious. Maybe you didn't notice the danger here. Listen, humans can learn how to stay and live with another humans because of ethnicity, cultural and civilizational difference. So another human can learn how to stay with another human. But for humans to be debating how to treat another human is a problem. For a human being to be debating how to treat another human being is a problem. I don't know whether you know it's a problem or not. How on earth could human being hold a debate about how to treat another human being? Do you need to debate how to treat another human being? Why should you debate how to treat another human being? This is what the Christians of Europe, or in other words, European Christians, did. For over 1,000 years, European Christians were debating among themselves how to treat the Jewish living, debating how to treat the Jews among them. Like, seriously. To me, You debate how to treat another human being because you yourself, you don't understand yourself. If you understand yourself and you know you are a human being, why do you debate how to treat another human being? What you think is okay for you is what will be okay for the other human being, because they are humans like you. How does humans debate how to treat other humans? And it is a religious body which is doing this. Christians debated over 1,000 years how to treat the Jews race among them. You might not see the hazard in this, but for pardoning my manners, for Bajini Bafuo, for the thinking beings, this is serious. For a human being to be debating how to treat another human being, this is dangerous. How and why? So, when I saw the treatise of Martin Luther, I went back to check why is it like that, and I came across the debate that Christians were having, European Christians were having upon how to treat the Jewish race living among them. Now, let me read the treatise of Martin Luther for you to hear what he wrote, what he suggests, what he thinks is the best way to deal and treat the Jews. Listen. I have this book here. I don't want to mention the book's name. Some kind of the person I'm able to remodel. I don't want to mention the book's name, but maybe by the end of the video. Now listen. This is the treaty. Don't forget, I told you Martin Luther wrote this treatise 3 years before his death, or after writing this treatise 3 years and he passed on. Now listen, this is what he says. What then shall we Christians do with this damned, rejected race of Jews? Did you hear that? Martin Luther is speaking. What then shall we Christians do with this damned? They are damned, rejected. Damned by who? Rejected by who? How I wish Martin Luther is alive for me to ask him, these people, this race of Jews, they are damned by who? They are rejected by who? Now, he says, what then shall we Christians do with this damned, rejected race of Jews? Now you see, there's some kind of confusion here. He's talking about Jews. Jews are the descendant of Judah, one of the children of Jacob, one of the 12 sons of Jacob, Judah. Jews are the descendant of Judah. Now, we have Jews and we have Israelites, or children of Israel. Jacob is the Israel. So, children of Israel are children of Jacob. So, all the children, all the descendants of Jacob, according to the religious books, are Israelites. Among the Israelites, one of the children of Jacob, who is part of the Israelites, is called Judah. And these Judah's descendants are the people known as Jews. So you can put it like this. Every Jew is an Israelite, but it's not all the Israelites are Jews. Jew ni biya ye Israel ni. Enye Israel ni biya no ye Jew ni. Because Levites has their ancestor. The descendants of Benjamin are there. The descendants of Joseph are there. All of them are coming from Jacob. And Jacob is Israel. And the children and his descendants are children of Israel. And among the children of Israel is Judah, was Judah. And Judah's descendants are the Jews. So right now, this treatise that Martin Luther is writing is talking about the Jews. Now, do you realize that the name Jews has been used as interchangeably with the Israel, the name Israel? So most people, when you talk about Jews, their mind goes to Israelites. So Israelites are Jews, Jews are Israelites. That is what is in people's mind today. But actually, it's not like that. Every Jew is an Israelite, but it's not all the Israelites are Jews. Okay, so he says, what are the Christians going to do with the condemned and rejected race of Jews? Now he starts to give the suggestion. First, their synagogue should be set on fire. On fire. Their synagogues should be set on fire. Their synagogues, baby, almost their temples where they worship, where they gather to worship, should be set on fire. This is the first suggestion Martin Luther is giving in this treaty. Their synagogue should be set on fire. That is one. And whatever does not burn up should be covered or spread over with dirt, so that no one may ever be able to see a cinder or stone of it. Anything that belongs to them in the synagogue, when they burn the synagogue down, this is Martin Luther speaking, a reformer of a Christian religion, a reformer of a Christian faith. If they burn the synagogue, if the Christians burn the synagogues of the Jew race, and some of the things were not burnt, they should stain the things with dirt, so that nothing of the Jews will be seen again. Why? Which kind of act of bitterness and hatred is this? Okay, let's continue. And he says, and this ought to be done for the honor of God and of Christianity, in order that God may see that we are Christians. So one of the things that will make one a good Christian, according to Martin Luther in his treatise, is burning the buildings of the Jews and condemning and eradicating anything that has the Jewish history. So they are doing it to honor God. So if they want any Christian that want to love God, should participate in burning the synagogues of Jews and eradicating and uprooting anything that got to do with Jews. Which kind of hatred is that? Let's go. Martin Luther is writing this, and this is a reformer of Christian religion. Now he's done with that. And then second suggestion, their homes should likewise be broken down and destroyed. Now he's done with their synagogues. Baby, their homes should be broken down. Their homes should be broken down, and then their homes should be destroyed. Their homes should be destroyed and broken down. For they perpetrate the same things there that they do in their synagogues. Because the reason why they are burning, Martin Luther is suggesting that the European Christians should burn the synagogues of the Jewish is that, the Jewish people is that they do things there that things that they do in the synagogue is not pleasant. It's not welcoming for the Christians. So their synagogue should be burnt and their home should be destroyed, because they do the same thing they do in the synagogue. So it automatically means that when you burn the synagogue down, they will take the practices. Whatever thing they do in the synagogues, which I don't know. I don't know what exactly they do in the synagogues to extend that you love to burn the synagogue and you don't want them to continue to do the thing, and you want to go destroy their homes because you think they're gonna continue to do what they are doing in the synagogues in the house. For all I know, in the synagogues they might be worshiping or they might be practicing their religious activities. Why is it that you don't want their religious activities should be practiced? What is the problem? So their home should be destroyed because they do the same thing they do in the synagogues. Now let's continue the synagogues. And then he says, for this reason, they ought to be put under one roof. They ought to be put under one roof or in a stable like gypsies, in order that they may realize that they are not masters in our land. So they just want to put them under one roof, put them under one place. It's just like a prison, indirect prison. Put them under one roof, keep them in one place, keep them like sheep, keep them like goats in one place, so that they should know that they are not masters of the land of who? Their land. Martin Luther is speaking. Their lands, European Christian lands. Okay. And he says, as they boast. Now he thinks the Jews are boasting that they are masters of their land, but miserable captives. They should be kept as miserable captives. This is what Martin Luther wrote about these people. Now, the first suggestion and the second suggestion is just a suggestion of bitterness and hatred in the name of God, in the name of religion. Now you see, he's talking about Christianity and he's talking about God. So in the name of religion, in the name of God, people are debating how to treat humans. And it appears like this God that Martin Luther is talking about, the God will be pleased with these Christians who has the idea, who are followers of Martin Luther. Their God will be pleased with them if they burn the synagogues of the Jews, if they broke their homes down, if they kill them, keep them as captives. That is where their God will be pleased with them. What kind of hatred is that? Meet us in the next video as I finish the treatise for you. Thanks for watching.